Barrows, a minigame released over 17 years ago, is one of the most iconic pieces of content in the entire game. Throughout the years, the Barrows brothers have faced a never-ending onslaught of adventurers looking to obtain their valuable armor. There's a reason why it is still so popular even in 2023. Today, let's find out why you should do it, how you should do it, and just how much you can expect to make doing this introductory boss. Now, before we get too far, this is the first episode of my updated 2023 bossing guides, so if you enjoy this content, don't forget to drop a like and comment down below what guide you want to see next. I intend to upload a new boss guide every week, beginning next week with another classic, the King Black Dragon. Following this guide, I will also be releasing a new series called Boss Wife. This will be a series where my wife will watch the guides that I make and try to do that content. She has never played RuneScape in her life, so it should be a fun experience for all of us. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the guide. Barrows has always proved to be a lucrative activity while teaching players introductory bossing mechanics including prayer management and basic gear switching. Although prices of barrow pieces are at historic lows, experienced players can still expect up to 750k an hour. In addition, all players that complete a Barrows run have a chance at getting the Ahrim's robes, which are currently sitting at 3 to 4 million GP apiece. Let's take a look at what kind of gear options there are. I have divided gear up into 3 different categories. Supplies for Barrows can be fairly pricey for beginners because of the cost of prayer potions, so there will be a prayer-focused loadout, a tanking loadout, and a damage loadout. Let's take a look at a prayer loadout. The prayer loadout focuses on providing the highest prayer bonus possible to reduce the prayer drain during the fights. You will be camping your overhead prayers the entire fight, and will rely on those prayers to negate any incoming damage. This loadout is useful for players with very low defense. If you haven't used the RuneScape wiki before, I would suggest that you start doing that now. A basic Google search of the OSRS prayer items brings us a list of items that provides prayer bonus. Based on your stats, equip yourself with gear that gives you the most prayer bonus. You can view your equipment stats by clicking this button in the bottom left of your equipment tab. Equip an item, and under bonuses, you will see how much prayer bonus that piece of gear gives you. You can see with just a few items, I'm already at plus 26 prayer bonus, which will make a huge difference during this fight. The tank loadout focuses on just that, tanking the brothers. Instead of using your overhead prayers against them, you'll just stand there and take the hits. Your defense will be so high that they won't be able to hit you much through your armor. You will still need to use your prayers against some of the brothers, but we'll get to that later. For this loadout, use your best tank gear. That could be anything from Rune, Dragon, or Barrows. Don't forget that shields also provide high defensive stats. On screen is an example of a setup that costs less than 1 mil. I'm using full Torags with a Dragon square shield. The final loadout is the damage loadout. Please take that with a grain of salt though. The Barrows brothers are already so weak to magic that most damage pieces of gear are a minimal upgrade. If you are new to PVM or have never done Barrows before, don't worry too much about this section. My only recommendation would be to get an occult necklace if possible. The occult necklace provides a whopping 10% magic bonus damage for only 500k. The entire ancestral set provides only 6% magic bonus and is over 300 mil. Again, my recommendation would be to buy an occult if possible and to not worry about the rest. One item to note is the imbued god capes. These are obtained by completing the Mage Arena 2 mini quest. It is a free upgrade that provides a 2% magic bonus. For you max efficiency gamers, Shadow and Ancestral is going to be the way to go. One last notable armor set is the Void armor set. As I mentioned earlier, there's going to be a bit of gear switching going on. Void allows players to switch combat styles easily with different helmets. Use this if you wish. Before we get started with a full run, let's go over the entire gear setup. I'm using a Torag's helm, an occult necklace, amethyst arrows, imbued Guthix cape, Trident of the Seas full, Torag's plate body, Dragon square shield, Torag's legs, Dragon boots, and Barrows gloves. In the inventory I have a range switch, which is an amulet of glory, Masori assembler, Ava's assembler, or just Ava's accumulator is fine, magic short bow, and a black d'hide body. I have a stamina potion, a spade, Barrows teleports, and a ring of dueling, an abyssal whip. I also have runes for the ice barrage spell. The rest of my inventory is sharks and a few prayer potions. At this point in the guide, I'm going to do a voiceover of 2 runs that I did and explain the mechanics along the way. When you are all geared up and ready to go, teleport to Barrows with your teleport tabs. If you forgot a spade, there are extra ones in the house east of where you teleported. On screen now, you will see how the map is laid out. There are 6 mounds, or crypts, that you can break into. Think of yourself as a grave robber opening these coffins. The 6 mounds associate with the 6 Barrows brothers you'll be killing. You can see that there is a letter on each mound corresponding to each brother. Starting in the top left is Verac, to the right is Dharok, in the middle is Ahrim, in the bottom left is Torag's, in the southernmost part is Karil's, and in the bottom right is Guthan's. Our goal is to kill each brother and open the final chest for a reward. The way that I do Barrows is to kill the brothers that require prayer first. This would be Dharok, and then Ahrim's, and then Karil's. Let's watch this run together, and I'll talk through the process. I start with the top right mound and click on my spade to dig into the grave. I then click on the grave and see a message that says the crypt is empty. If you get this message, it means that you have found the tunnel to get to the reward chest. We don't want to go into this tunnel just yet because we haven't killed the other brothers yet. Let's remember that the tunnel is here where Dharok is. I use the stairs to leave and walk to the middle mound, Ahrim. Ahrim is the only brother that uses magic attacks against you. Equip your range gear and use Protect from Magic. Once the brother is dead, use the stairs to leave again and head south to Karil. Karil is the only brother that uses ranged attacks. Put your magic gear back on and use Protect from Missiles. Attack him with magic until he is dead and leave the crypt. At this point, it doesn't really matter the order that you kill the brothers in. If you have a preference, go ahead and do it that way. Personally, I run east to Guthan's, then back west to finish off Torag, and lastly, Verac. These 3 brothers that we save for last all use melee. Use the Protect from Melee prayer to negate all damage. A cool trick you can use is to freeze the brothers in place to save prayer. You can see while I'm killing Guthan that I cast Ice Barrage and step away from him so he can't hit me. This works with any freeze spell such as Entangle, Ice Burst, and Ice Blitz. You can use this trick for any of the melee brothers to save on prayer. Don't forget to drink prayer potions throughout the kill as needed. The next brother I go to is Torag. I use the Ice Barrage technique again to save on prayer. The last brother I go to is Verac. This time, I'm showcasing tanking. Even though I have prayer points, I don't use protection prayers. I'm doing this just to show that you can tank hits with this loadout. Let's pause the clip here. At this point, we have killed 5 of the 6 brothers. In the top left of your screen, you will see the overlay that checks the brothers' names in green once we have killed them. The only one we have left is Dharok. If you remember from the very beginning of the kill, we found out that Dharok's grave leads to the tunnels. Let's go back there now that we have finished the other 5 brothers. When I see this message, I'm going to click on the first option, Yes, I am fearless. Once you are in the tunnels, you will need to find your way to the center. There are only a few that you are able to go through. Right-click on a door to see if there are options to open them. If all you see is an examine text, you are unable to walk through that door. You can tell that those doors are different because they are a different color than the rest of them. Zooming out can really help you see where you need to go. Here I zoom out and right-click on the doors to see which one I can open. I find the one and make my way towards that door. You can see that the last brother Dharok spawns as I am going through one of the doors. When you are down here in the tunnels, the brothers have a chance to spawn every time you go through a door. In this case, Dharok spawns. I drink a prayer potion because I am 0 prayer, and put on my Protect from Melee prayer. Once I have killed Dharok, I start killing the skeletons down here. In the top left, you can see that there is a reward potential percentage. Killing monsters down here increases that percentage, in turn increasing your rewards from the chest. Once I have killed a few skeletons, I open the door leading to the chest. These doors will always have a puzzle that you need to solve. Simply click on the icon highlighted with the green box. The RuneLight plugin makes Barrows so much easier, and I would highly recommend turning it on. Once you have killed all 6 brothers and enough skeletons to raise your potential percentage, open the chest and loot it to obtain your reward. Teleport away with whatever item you brought to bank with. I will be using the Ring of Dueling to teleport to Feroc's Enclave. This is a good option to restore your stats if you don't have a maxed player down house yet. Let's run through one more run on 4x speed to highlight some of the other things you'll run into doing your runs. I teleport back with my Barrows tab and start with Dharok again. You'll notice that there's not a tunnel here anymore. Every time you complete a Barrows run, the tunnel location will change randomly to a different brother. I kill Dharok and move in the same order as last time. Kill Ahrim's with Protect from Magic and range him down. Next is Karil's. Put your magic gear back on and use Protect from range. I run east to kill Guthans, and once he is dead, I run back west to kill Torags. You'll notice at this point we still haven't found the tunnel. This means that the last Barrows brother, Verac, is where the tunnel is located. This is really convenient because I've already killed all the other brothers, and this is perfectly in line with the order that I killed the brothers in. I go down the tunnel because I've killed the other brothers already, and start looking for the doors that lead to the center. Slowing the clip down here, we'll see that Verac did not spawn while I was making my way towards the center. If this happens, open the chest and the final brother will spawn. I kill some skeletons to raise my potential percentage and loot the chest when I am ready. And there you have it, a full guide in 2023 on how to kill the Barrows brothers. Again, if you enjoy this kind of content and want to see more guides in the future, comment down below and let me know what boss you want to see next. Don't forget that the first episode of Boss Wife will be coming out soon too, so keep your eyes open for that. With that being said, good luck with your Barrows runs, and I'll see you back next time.